you, it's me, Miss Tina Z, your favorite gender non-conforming ukulelist and vocalist. I am filming this video on election night 2024, and I have had some tequila. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a bad night for me. As a transgender person, this has been a horrible night. And for all my friends, well, for anybody, I don't know. I'm not a political creature. I'm really not. But because I'm a transgender person, there's no avoiding it, because it's not just a thing about policy, it's a thing about your life. And so this is a hard night. And so I wanted to jump on and let me introduce the song. I'm singing Miracle by Jon Bon Jovi. Jon frickin' Bon Jovi. I was originally going to do a song that I had written, an original tune, and I wasn't feeling it. And so then I started thinking about, well, what song would kind of convey the emotion of tonight? Here's a song from Jon Bon Jovi from Young Guns 2 soundtrack. It's called Miracle. A penny for your thoughts now, baby. Looks like the weight of the world's on your shoulders now. I know you think you're going crazy. Just when it seemed everything was going to work itself out, they drive you right back down. And you said it ain't fair that a man walks when a bird can fly. We have to kick the ground while the stars kiss the sky. They say spirits live and man has to die, and they promised us truth, but they're giving us lies. It's going to take a miracle to save us this time. That was the song I chose for tonight. Thank you, Jon Bon Jovi. So what do I want to say? I want to talk about the word that kept popping into my mind tonight was the word insidious. Insidious is a word that basically means a sneaky way of leading people to think or believe a thing. And this has been my big frustration with all of politics in the United States. The thing is that the Republican Party has become adept at a marketing thing that's insidious. And the Dems use it too, but the Republicans have been using it far longer and to a greater effect. And here's what insidious means. Insidious is a seemingly innocent thing that you say, but it leads people to think the worst of the subject that you're talking about. It's insidious. It's sneaky. It's nasty. It's evil. It's just a mean way to go through life. I'm gonna do the aside. Let me do the aside right here. I told you already that I've had a lot of tequila, so I'm a stream of consciousness. Cheers, everybody. And by the way, I have Republican friends and family members, and I love them. So I try on a night like tonight not to be overtly mean-spirited, but it's just on this evening when your country when I feel like my country has said, we would rather you be dead than be a citizen of our country. That's the overall message that I've received tonight. And I can guarantee you, I generally do not speak for the transgender community, but I can guarantee you that my transgender friends are feeling that message very deeply tonight. Which leads me back to Insidious as my topic tonight. Yay! Insidious. Seemingly innocent, sneakily evil. Insidious. And so when you are a presidential candidate and now apparently a president-elect, and you talk to thousands of people about transgender issues, and there are many transgender issues to talk about, when you say that schools are now doing gender reassignment surgeries and giving hormones to elementary school kids without parental permission, it's not true. Obviously, it's not true. And everybody knows it's not true. The person saying it knows it's not true. It's not true. It's just lie. But here's where the word of the day, insidious, comes in. Because what that does is plant little seeds in all those red cap wearing people's heads that trans people will stop at nothing. That trans people are evil. That trans people want to ruin your country. That's what it does. And that's what solidifies them to vote for you, to protect you from me. That's what tonight is all about. And it's just awful. It's awful all the way around. And when you talk about they're eating the cats and the dogs, the immigrants, we all know it's false. Everybody knows it's false. And the left goes out of its way to verify that nobody has seen this and that there's no witnesses to it and there's never been a report of it. On and on and on. But the insidious thing is that it plants that seed that immigrants are dangerous to your country. And that solidifies their vote for you. And so that's where we are. That's where we've been. That one side does this insidious sort of campaigning, and the other side tries to combat it with factual information. And the other side, combating it with factual information, had their butts handed to them tonight in the Senate, in the House of Representatives, and in the White House. And so, and again, I don't want to blame. I don't want to be mean or harsh or angry at people who voted for conservative candidates. Believe it or not, I have voted for conservative candidates back when I thought the Conservative Party was all about the government overall needs to be the resort of those who have no answers elsewhere. That's what I always believed the government should be. Like for those who are desperate and need help to live a good life and can't do it otherwise, the government's there to do that. That's what I always thought that the conservative movement was all about, and so I voted that way. It's not that way anymore, not by a long shot. So I don't want to cast aspersions on friends of mine who have voted conservative, believing that's still true. I don't think that's still true, but I don't want to just paint broad paintbrush and say, "Oh, you voted conservative, you're mean." I don't want to do that because that's not true. But I do want to say that the insidious campaigning that went on and it's always against people who cannot really defend themselves. LGBT people, immigrants to this country. It's disappointing. It's very disappointing that people don't see through it. And I understand why people don't. I am a student of human psychology and human behavior. One of my degrees in college was about all this stuff, and I read a lot of books about this sort of stuff. And I know that on a primal level, that we operate on a tribal sort of mentality. We all do. Whether you want to believe that's true or not, it is totally true. I am a member of the ukulele community. That's my tribe. Because when I've gone to ukulele events, everybody has accepted me as I am fully, for the most part. And so that's my tribe. So I understand tribalism, and tribalism on a very deep psychological level is at the core of all of our lizard brains in here. And when you do these sort of insidious campaigning things, it taps into that emotion where you would do anything to protect the tribe that you believe that you're in. And so when you campaign and you want to tap into that sort of very deep, very emotional thing, what do? You set up as the other, as the bad guy, people who cannot defend themselves, and because of numbers, and that's transgender people. Because of our numbers, we can't defend ourselves. Throw us under the bus and gain your votes. And immigrants who aren't here with documentation, yeah, run them over. I mean, to gain your votes. And you did, and hey, good for you. But now, where are we? What are you going to do with me? I seriously wonder that. And what are you going to do? Mass deportation? That's what he ran on. So, I don't know. Once he's sworn in, the 20th of January, 21st of January, we can expect that? No, we can't expect that because realistically, that's not going to happen. And oh, by the way, I have friends and family members who have taken advantage of hiring people here who are not documented to do a whole bunch of manual labor. And they vote Republican because whatever. All right, and that's just I don't need to go down that road. Anyway, here is me singing John Bon Jovi's Miracle. If you're hoping for a miracle, if you were hoping for a miracle tonight and it didn't happen, I'm with you. I have very few words of hope, other than tides always change. But if I were a political strategist, I'm not. If I were, I would maybe say, you got to get down and play that game, and scare the shit out of people in some other ways to get them on your side in tribalism. I don't know. I wish it wouldn't be that way, because it always seems like one side is emotion-based and the other side is, well, here's data that you should... and data never wins. Anyway, thank you for being here for all this time. I've been talking enough. Here's John Bon Jovi's Miracle. Yay! on your shoulders now. I know you think you're going crazy just when it seems everything's gonna work itself out. They drive you right back down. You said it ain't fair that a man walks with a bird can fly. We have to keep the ground. The stars kiss the sky. They say spirits live, but we have to die. They promised us the truth, but they're giving us lies. Gonna take a miracle to save us this time. Your Savior has just left town. Gonna take a miracle, it's on the line, and I won't let you down. Remember, your hope is flooded. I know the dam is busted. If you need me, I'll come running. I won't let you down. No, no. You're looking for salvation. You found that it'd be shining like an angel's light. Yeah. Well, the angels left the station. Salvation caught the last train out tonight. Lost a hell of a fight. Said I'm just a man. That's all I'll ever be. I never can be everything you wanted from me. I've got big plans so big, any blind man could see. I was standing in the river, now I'm drowning in the sea. Gonna take a miracle to save us this time. The Savior has just left town. Gonna need a miracle, 'cause your heart's on the line, and your heartbeat is slowing down. Your feet are ground, still you're reaching for the sky. Let them click your wings, I believe that you can fly. Yeah, yeah. Where are my eyes? I've seen the world. The coming of the flood. I've driven deep the thorny crowns to the soul of someone's son. Still I look you in the eye. I believed in things I thought. I've died without regret for the ones that I have fought. Gonna take a miracle to save you this time. Your Savior has just left town. Gonna need a miracle, 'cause your heart's doing time. Your conscience is calling you out. It ain't all for nothing, life ain't written in the sand. I know the tide is coming, but it's time we made a stand for the miracle. Gonna take a miracle.